Hello to you and welcome. We'll start with this. The South African Weather Service tells us Gauteng residents can expect another rainy day today. Overnight, a severe thunderstorm causing flooding in some parts of the province. At least 2 people died after they were struck by lightning in separate incidents. Let's begin this bulletin with reporter Silindelo Masikane in Johannesburg, making her way through some of the high-risk areas. Slee, good afternoon to you. So what have you seen so far in those areas? What are residents telling you? But maybe, first of all, position yourself firstly. Where are you?
Yes, good afternoon, Jeremy. I am in Randburg. I was just making my way through to another high-risk area, which is in the south of Johannesburg. We know that several areas were flagged by the Johannesburg EMS officials. I am talking about Alexandra, Bedfordview, Benoni, Centurion, Edenvale, Fourways, Joburg Central, Kempton Park, Krugersdorp, Soweto, as well as the N3, M1, R23 highways, as well as the Vaal. And we know from some of the areas that we've been to this morning that some of the residents who've been living very close to the Yeske as well as the Henops rivers, such as the Stretla community in Alexandra, they experienced a lot of leakages into their homes following that storm we saw in the late afternoon. But they were quite grateful that overnight there wasn't as heavy rainfall, but they spent most of the morning and the evening mopping up their floors as well as trying to get water out of their homes using buckets. And also the fear, I think, and anxiety that's accompanied with this weather. We certainly saw a lot of that today. Let's just take a listen to what some of them had to say to me.
Izolo ngilingimile engikhelela amazi ngebhakede levula yasimoshela halana silalana kahle ukutshala iqiniso sisiwami yazi mawungabheka ngapha amanzi afuna ukuthatha abantu yabona yasiyacela mana lesincedeni lisikhiphe la yabona dala bayeza nabo bazobheka lana mara lokho kusala kubaseka khona lana yabona izolo amanzi asheshe afuna ukuthatha munye umuntu ngapha.
Slee, so I imagine another high alert today. What's the official word from authorities?
Certainly, another high alert today, Jeremy. We spoke to Robert Mulauti from the Johannesburg EMS, who was also making his rounds in some of those high-risk areas, and another warning being given to residents in high-risk areas as well as motorists in particular to ensure that they are not driving towards or into flooded roads as well as areas, but also cautioning residents to stay indoors as much as they can. But for many of those in communities in these high-risk areas, that's a luxury that they simply just can't afford. And in fact, right in front of me, I can't show you right now, Jeremy, because the people don't want to be filmed, but underneath a bridge, I can see some homeless people that have also taken shelter underneath a bridge near this particular river as well. And so I think it's going to be quite a tough night for those residents that are most vulnerable in our communities. Let's take a listen to the EMS's Robert Mulauti.
No major incidents were reported throughout the city of Johannesburg overnight. However, we had 2 incidents where 2 people lost their lives when they were struck by lightning. One lady lost her life in Melville when she was struck by lightning. She was confirmed dead also. And the other one, a male, was struck by lightning in Elandsfontein, and he was also confirmed dead on scene. We are monitoring all 7 regions of the city, especially our low-lying areas, our informal settlements, since we know that those will be the hardest hit when we have wet weather conditions like the ones we have now. So we're urging all our residents in our informal settlements to make sure that they monitor the water levels in those areas, try and avoid crossing river streams, monitor young kids to stay away from drainage systems so that we can be able to prevent drowning incidents. The most important information is that we also want to urge all our residents, especially our motorists, to try and avoid crossing flooded roads and flooded bridges to prevent incidents where vehicles might be swept away.